Welcome to another Yoga with Zack practice. My name is Zack. I'm along the Milwaukee River right now, the southern end. If you're familiar with the Milwaukee area, it's right next to Sail Loft Restaurant, kind of right by the amphitheater where all the concerts are held. So I've got some beautiful water behind me. I've got some trees, some shade. So hopefully you are on your mat right now. If you're not, get comfortable, get ready for your yoga practice today. So I invite you to find a comfortable seated position, find a long spine, close your eyes. And this practice today is just about being okay with where you're at. There's no certain way we need to feel, nothing we need to achieve by the end of our practice. This practice is about just figuring things out. And maybe throughout the course of your practice today, you have a little better idea of what your day will look like, feel like. Maybe you won't, but I find when you come to a spot where you can be still, can be quiet, you can breathe, a lot of that does come into focus for you. So from that comfortable seated position, we close our eyes, we deepen our breath. And our discovery, our journey starts right here in this moment. That journey, discovery starts with one moment, starts with one breath, with each new day we've been given. Well, we don't know exactly what our day will look like, what it will entail. We do make the decision right now, we do pledge to keep our eyes open. We choose to listen with our ears, to take everything around us, begin to discover the blessings in our lives. A lot of unexpected blessings might pop up for you today. So we just take those in. We work through our day, no expectations. We just move from this moment to the one that follows and the one after that. Just discover those blessings. We see what happens. Makes life interesting though. We find those surprises. Unexpected places. Take a few moments here and just breathe, preparing your heart, your mind, your body, and soul for your practice today. Begin to roll your shoulders up, back, and down from the ears. Maybe releasing any tension that you've had so far during your week. Maybe it's early in your week. Things are just going. Maybe you've had a longer week and you're ready to unwind. Wherever you're at today, just see what you need. Allow the shoulders to drop down. Chin drops down to the chest. Head falls, hanging heavy. Weight, heavy head, coming down, lengthening through the back of the neck, through the spine. Then begin to move the chin along the chest, up towards one shoulder with the inhale. Exhale back down to center. Inhale opposite shoulder and let that go side to side. Real nice breeze coming through here today. Great day to have a yoga practice. Hey, every day is a good day, right? One more time to each side. And then chin comes back to the chest. Head lifts up. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down to reset. Inhale, arms sweep out wide, lift up tall. Palms touch. Hands lower heart center. Inhale, sweep out, lift up, big reach to the sky. Right hand comes off to the side, reach tall through the left fingertips, and then over to the side. We're finding a lot of side bends today, lengthening through that side body. And then Inhale, lift up, palms touch. Exhale, hands lower, heart center. Sweep out, lift up, big reach to the sky. Left hand comes over to the side, reach right fingertips up and over, lengthening through the right side body. Keep your chest, shoulders squared forward. And then inhale, lifting back up, palms touch. Exhale, hands lower, heart center. Hands drop back to our knees. Switch the cross of your legs, other leg on top or in front. Shoulders roll up, back, and down to reset. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, drop over towards the right knee. Sweep the body forward and through opposite knee. And then inhale, lift up, continue in that same direction. Finding your circles. So the circles might look different. They might be a little shallower. Depending on our flexibility, they might be a little deeper. And again, just like our mental state, where we are right now, how we feel, emotions, everyone's in a different spot. So just work through that. Figuring things out throughout our practice, making discoveries, continuing that as we discover blessings throughout the day. And then lifting back up, shoulders roll up, back, and down to reset. Inhale, long spine, this time dropping over towards the left knee. Sweeping the body forward and through to opposite side. And then continuing in that second direction. Letting the breath guide the movement. Finding fluidity. And then lifting back up. Shoulders roll up, back, and down to reset. Inhale, arms sweep out wide again. Lifting up tall, reaching to the sky. Right hand comes down again. Left fingertips reach up and over. Maybe this time we drop down to a forearm and elbow. Maybe it's just dropping down the elbow a little bit, making sure we keep that left glute grounded. Reaching up and over the top. And then bringing the left hand down. Sweeping the body forward through center. Over to the left. And then sweeping the body forward and through the opposite side. Inhale, left fingertips reach up. Right joints, palms touch. Hands lower, heart center. Inhale, sweep out, lift up, big reach to the sky. Left hand comes over, right fingertips reach up and over the top. Maybe this time we drop down to forearm and elbow. Just an option. And then the right hand drops. Sweep the body forward and through in the fold, through center, over to the left, and then back over through center, other way. Inhale, lift up tall, palms touch, hands lower, heart center. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Release the legs. We're going to take them long in front of us in staff pose. Walking the hips back, left and right. Toes pull back towards the shins, hands gently rest underneath the shoulders. Give the arms, elbows a little wiggle. So our staff pose is active, engaged. We're pressing the back of the legs, we're engaging the core, we're lengthening through the spine. Deep inhale and exhale. Breathing in and out. Begin to scoot the hips forward a little bit as we bring the heels back. Prepping for boat pose. Arms reach forward, reaching through the fingertips. And then if we'd like, lifting the heels up a couple inches off of the ground. And most importantly, we find breath. Finding some hand-arm movement. Inhale, lift up, palms touch. Exhale, hands lower, heart center. Sweeping out, lifting up. Palms touch. Hands lower. One more time, sweeping out, lifting up. And then reaching the arms back forward. Maybe we extend the legs here long for a moment. Engaging through the core. When we engage through the core, that takes some of the pressure off of the hip flexors. A lot of these movements, these postures, we tend to tense up too much there instead of really focusing on the core. The core, that's our strong point. And then crossing the legs, bringing the hands forward, legs back behind us, all fours, hands and knees. Palms spread wide, each fingertip gripping into the mat. Find a little bit of a shift to the hips, side to side. A few circles in one direction, then the other. And then back to center, soft gaze looking down in between the hands, neutral spine, inhale. Exhale, cat, chin drops down towards the chest, head falls, hanging heavy. Inhale, chest opens up towards the earth, slight gaze forward and up. Flow with the breath, exhale, cat. And inhale, cow. Continue a few more times on your own, cat-cow movement. And the breath be the guide. Last time, cat and cow. And then back to neutral spine. Walk each hand a hand space step forward. Step the feet back, plank. Hold here. Find that sweet spot, that centering point in our plank. Maybe we roll forward a little the toes, rocking the weight forward, then pressing back. Again, rocking forward, and then pressing back. Then find that center point. So you're not in the very tips of your toes. You're not pressing all the way back to your heels like you would in a down dog. Just find that spot where you can float, you can settle. Deep inhale, plank. Exhale, hips drift back and up, downward facing dog. Palms plant firmly into the mat, pressing the mat away from us in front. Heels drop a little closer to the earth. I invite you to relax the upper back of the shoulders. Half series flow, floating forward to plank. We can right here drop to the knees or stay lifted. We're going to bend the arms, lowering down, elbows in tight, chaturanga. Cobra, belly button to the mat, or extending the arms long, upward facing dog. Toes flip, hips lift back and up, down dog. Floating forward to plank. We're down, chaturanga. Cobra through up dog. Toes flip, hips lift back and up, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts back up behind us, three-legged dog, reaching through the toes to the sky. Right foot steps forward and through. Low runner's lunge. Press back through the left heel. Soft gaze, looking a little bit in front of you of that mat. Left palm plants to the mat. Right fingertips reach up to the sky. One long line. Left wrist through right fingertips. And then that hand drops down. Left foot steps forward, joining the right. Body hangs heavy, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, lower down. Reverse swan dive. Sweep out, lift up. Big reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, lower down. Step the left foot back. Right foot stays forward. This time dropping the left foot, 45-degree angle. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Right hip rolls back, left hip squares forward. Really rooting through the outer edge of the left foot. Biceps, triceps strong and engaged. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chest expansion, goalpost arms. Gonna pull the elbows back together, heart shining forward. Take a moment here to center, to ground, to find our strength. And then inhale, rise up. Front leg goes long. Begin to hinge at the hips, become to pyramid. Hands on the thigh, hands on the shin. Trying to find a long spine. So we begin to round our spine. You might want to come up, pop up a little bit, and really work at opening up, bringing that right hip back, left hip squared forward. If we'd like, you can put a hand on each hip and just give it a little twist, and then find that contact point again, that anchor point, hands on the shins, hands on the thigh, maybe even blocks if we have them today. Stack of books works great as well. We can stay right here in our pyramid. Begin to revolve that pyramid, dropping the left fingertips down and then reaching the right fingertips up to the sky. While we do that, we keep pulling that right hip back. We try to straighten through the front leg if we can a little bit more. Pulling the right shoulder back. Just this moment, just this breath. Because after all, what are we doing today? We're just figuring things out. No place we need to be, no certain way we need to feel. Right hand drops back down, hands come back to the shin. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend back into the front leg, warrior one. Hands drift down, framing the foot. Pivot left toes, right foot steps back, plank. Lower down, chaturanga, elbows in tight. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Toes flip, hips lift back and up, down dog. Again to plank. Lower down. Cobra through up dog. Toes flip, down dog. We'll take 2 rounds of deep breath in our downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Breathing in and out. Inhale, left leg lifts back up behind us, 3-legged dog. Big reach through the toes. Left foot steps forward and through, in between the palms, low runner's lunge. Press back through the right heel. Soft gaze forward, long diagonal line, back of head, through neck, spine, hips, legs, and out through the heel. And then right palm comes down to the mat, left fingertips reach up to the sky. Beautiful spinal twist, maybe hearing a little release, a little adjustment in that lower spine. Yoga, nature's chiropractor. And then left hand floats back down. Right foot steps forward to join the left, forward fold, hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, lower down, reverse swan dive, sweep out, lift up, big reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, lower down, right foot steps back. And then that foot drops, 45-degree angle. Outer edge of foot, press to the mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Again, we work at opening up the hips. Left hip rolls back. Right hip turns forward. We reach up tall. Probably quite a few boats coming by behind me here. Just got a good look at it from this angle. This is actually my 3rd choice for location this morning, but there are a few things happening around the city. Didn't really work out for those, but came across this and it was meant to be. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chest expansion. Just like we talked about earlier, we never know what the day is going to bring. We roll with it. See what blessings present themselves. 2 more rounds of breath in this chest expansion. And then inhale, rise up through the arms, straight through the front leg. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Hands to the thigh, the shin, fingertips brushing blocks or floor in pyramid. Roll the left hip back, right hip squares forward. Gaze point right in front of our left toes. Rooting deeply through the front foot, through the outer edge of that back foot and heel. Option to stay here or revolve that triangle. Right fingertips drop down. Left fingertips reach up to the sky. Then we try to extend a little bit more through that leg. We roll that left hip back. Great release through the outer edge of that left leg. A lot of times we try to open up that IT band. It's that real tough muscle tissue area. A couple of different things coming together to form that. Really to open up that hip, we can open up that IT band as well. One more round of breath. And then slowly drop that arm down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink in that front leg. Warrior one once again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands float down, framing the foot. Pivot back to right toes. Left foot steps back, plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra through up dog. Toes flip. Hips lift back and up, down dog. One more time, plank. Lower down. Sweep up and through. And then this time we drop to the knees. Hips fall back, child's pose. So a couple of options here. Knees can be together. Knees can be wide with toes touching. But we bring the forehead down to the mat. Kind of struggling, the head's hanging heavy, the forehead doesn't quite reach the earth. Lift the hips up. Ground the forehead into the mat, and then allow the hips to fall back. 3 rounds of deep breath in child's pose. Exhale, let that go. Breathing in and out. Big inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise up, all fours, hands and knees. Step back to plank. Hips lift back and up, down dog. Then we walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. Body hangs heavy, forward fold. If we like, ragdoll, grabbing the opposite elbow with each hand. Body hangs heavy. Release that grip on the elbows if we found it. And then slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Chin comes to the chest, shoulders roll back. Head lifts, give the shoulders a few rolls up, back, and down. And then coming to mountain pose. Palms spread wide, facing forward, feet hips width distance apart. Rooting the 4 corners, 4 edges of each foot into the mat. I'm not certain if you can catch it in the shot behind me or not, but also the Milwaukee, kind of world famous Allen Bradley clock tower behind us, which I believe is the largest 4-sided clock in the world. We can look that up later, see if that's actually in my shot too. Palms spread wide, facing forward, standing tall, strong in this moment. Then from here, bringing the inside edges of the feet together, rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale, we sweep the arms up, big reach. Exhale, back bend. Hips press forward. Squeezing the glutes, the hamstrings, protecting the lower spine. Fading way back. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale, slow swan dive, forward fold. Hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, lower down, reverse swan dive. Sweep out, lift up, big reach to the sky. Right arm falls over the side, reaching through the left fingertips. So we're finding that side stretch again. Chest and shoulders squared forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, opposite side. Right fingertips reaching up and over. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, lower down, reverse swan dive, sweep out, lift up, palms touch. Hands lower, heart center. Last strength posture before we begin to make our way back to the mat. Feet hips width distance apart. We've got the feet facing out, making that L shape. Inhale, lift up, big reach to the sky. Exhale, chair pose. Weight back into the heels, fingers reaching forward, biceps, triceps strong and engaged. We found those side bends. We now find our last series of twists. Palms together, we twist. Left elbow outside of the right leg and knee. Right elbow to the sky. 2 knees in one line. Chest opening up towards the thumbs. Out of the twist to center. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, lower. Reverse swan dive. Exhale, back into chair. Hold here to begin with. Between the sunshine and the breeze today, it's absolutely beautiful out here. Palms touch, twisting opposite way. Right elbow outside of left leg and knee. Left elbow to the sky. Again, chest opening up to the thumbs. Maybe even that left shoulder. That left pec minor brushing the thumbs. And then out of that twist to center, inhale, rise up. Swan dive, forward fold. Hands to shins, half lift. Lower down. Step the feet back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Cobra through up dog. Toes flip, down dog. One more time to plank. Lower down. Sweep up and through. Then drop to the knees, cross the legs behind. Come seated. We begin to make our way to our backs on our mats. Pulling knees in tight to the chest. Big squeeze. Legs, knees, feet side by side. A few circles in one direction. A few circles in the opposite. And then soles of feet drop to the mat for our last posture. Bridge pose. Arms alongside the body. Palms plant. We walk the heels in slightly so we can just brush the back of the heels with the fingertip. Palms plant. Inhale. Hips lift up. Bridge pose. We do that nice closing back bend. So we reach the hips up to the sky if we like, interlacing the fingers underneath us, rolling the shoulders under, and then pressing the outer edges of the hands into the mat even more firmly, lifting the hips higher. Knees fall out, we bring them back in line, stacking over the ankles. Taking another 3 rounds of deep breath and bridge. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Breathing in and out. Last time, inhale, big lift to the sky with the hips. Unroll the shoulders if they were underneath. Exhale, slowly lower down, 1 vertebrae at a time. When the hips touch, our work has been completed in our practice. I invite you to find your final resting posture, Shavasana, whatever that looks like for you. Might be legs long, feet separated, toes roll out. Arms slightly separated from the body. Palms facing the sky. So find where you need to be. And I invite you to close your eyes here. Shavasana, the end of our practice, it's stillness. It's healing, and it might even be a little bit of return to that discovery that we talked about before. How do I feel today? What do I want from this day? Or else can I just keep my eyes open, my mind clear, to be able to notice and discover all of those blessings I come across throughout my day? And not knowing can be great too. It can be exciting. What's next? We'll see what the world holds for us. We already knew the end to our story. There wouldn't be any surprises. There wouldn't be any drama, but there wouldn't be any excitement either. So let's Let's live our lives today one moment at a time, one breath at a time, walking through and seeing the blessings that come our way, but also seeing how we can be a blessing to everyone we come in contact with too. You never know the unique, special, amazing way that you can affect somebody else's life today. So keep your eyes open to that, your mind clear to that as well. Let's take a few moments here and just let this practice, these past moments, wash over us and become this moment we're now in. Take this time and breathe. Begin to roll your shoulders up, back, and down from the ears. You're most likely on your back, so you need to start wiggling your fingers and toes. But you can roll your shoulders in the back, on your back too. You can pull them up, root them down, and then try to pull them down the rib cage. And then if you're still on your back, you can make your way over the side using your arm like a pillow. Take a few rounds of breath there. Then as you feel ready, we'll all make our way to seated. Take your time, no rush. And then we all bring our hands to heart center where we close. The light, the love, the joy in me, respect, honor, acknowledge the light, love, and joy in you. To these things we commit our day to, along with discovering blessings and being a blessing to others. Namaste. This has been another Yoga with Zack practice. I want to thank you very much for spending your time with us, whether you're practicing early in the week, later in the week, morning or night. It's a great time just to find healing, to find wellness, and then just get ready for that next moment of discovery, of blessing. Hope to see you again soon. Have a fantastic rest of your day.